Today we're going to build a cozy and functional bed and breakfast using the new expansion pack. And a very big thank you to EA for including me in this early access opportunity. It's going to be a long play, so get a drink, a snack, a blanket, get comfy, and let's get into it. So the lot we're working with today is called Miner's Manse, and usually I show a bulldozed lot, but today I want to show you the actual build because it was created by a fellow creator. This is made by Kiwi Kate Sims. They did this build and I think it's so adorable, so I just quickly wanted to show it before I bulldoze it because I feel kind of bad. But this is the original house on this lot, but I'm going to turn it into a bed and breakfast, so we're going to go ahead and bulldoze this. Alright, so I actually kind of figured out the shell and whatnot off camera because I did want to explore a little bit of the pack because I was just so excited, but I wasn't ready to record yet, so I did take a peek without you guys and I do apologize, but I'll show you essentially everything that I can, even if I'm not using it to build in this video, just because for those of you who are also builders, I think it's very handy to see like a build and buy overview. But I'm trying to make this as cozy and fall themed as I can. However, I only have access to the base game and the new pack, the Adventure Awaits expansion pack. So we're gonna have to make do. I'm not sure what we'll be able to achieve in terms of like fall trees and things like that, but we will try our best. I do want to have like this rounded porch area though, so I'm gonna start working on that. But yeah, even though this is like early access and since I am in the EA Creator Network and all of that, I promise you all my opinions are still my own. Like, I'm going to give you an honest review of the pack, but I will say I'm in love with it. Like, that is my 100% genuine opinion. I think I am such a like camp girly through and through that this pack is just right up my alley, like more so than Fairies was. Fairies was very cool, but it's not really a pack that I'll probably use a lot because I don't do many like fantasy builds. I like to do the more realistic ones, and this one has so many good like worn swatched items and everything is so accurate to what I saw when I went to summer camp, so it's making me feel really nostalgic as well. But also what's really cool about this pack is that it comes with some really cool features for gameplay and whatnot. And so essentially you can make custom venues, but you can also create like activity schedules for those custom venues. So that way you could make like summer camps or getaways and things like that. But I was thinking that we could turn it into a bed and breakfast instead, and it can be kind of like a miniature hotel basically, because you can set activities like your Sims can eat and sleep and like they'll do that automatically. Now, I haven't really tested the gameplay, but I've seen like a teaser of the gameplay essentially, but all of these things that I'm listing should work, which is very exciting. And you can create custom roles and things like that to assign different activities per sim, so that way you can make like owners versus people who are actually staying at the B&B. And I think it'll just make for a very fun experience. And honestly, you guys know I'm not really like a gameplay person. However, I will say the gameplay for this pack genuinely makes me want to play. Because I think sometimes I find it really hard to do gameplay because everything feels a little chaotic sometimes, but with this you can create literal schedules and your Sims will just do the things automatically when it comes time. And so I feel like that would kind of take away a lot of the stress that I have when it comes to doing these kinds of builds, or not builds, but those kinds of like videos or gameplay. So there is a chance that we will actually play in this bed and breakfast because I do want to see how it tests in gameplay, because I feel like I don't often do that with builds, but with this kind of like schedule thing that we can now make, I'm really tempted to kind of check it out. But this whole time I've just been trying to work on the porch. I hope it wasn't too boring, but the rounded platforms were really giving me a hard time. I think something like this is gonna work. I was originally building this on a larger lot, and now this is a much smaller lot. So hopefully I can still fit everything I wanted, but I did want there to be some kind of like screened in porch or dining area. So that's what I'm thinking this room's gonna be. I I also am realizing I don't think I turned move objects on. Also, I picked a lot that doesn't have the best lighting during the afternoon. Like, it comes from the back of the lot, so I have it as like this kind of 8 a.m. light, so hopefully that's okay, but it is still a little bit darker than I'd usually do. I feel like between this video and the fairies one, I feel like every time, I mean, it's only been 2 videos, so this might be an exaggeration, but every time I have early access, I always pick the lots with the more questionable lighting to showcase all of like the build stuff. So maybe that's not the smartest, but I want the roofing to be something like that. But I was even thinking if we want to get crazy with it, we could do some kind of like circular bit here. Okay, I'm gonna start fresh with the roof here. We're gonna have this circle piece here, and then I think we can take a half gabled roof, and if we line that up along here and bring in some of the adjusters, then maybe we can angle it so it matches up with this. I did this correct once before, but I'm not sure how I did it. Maybe this has to be a little bit taller and also has to come in one. Okay, maybe something like this works, but I still don't think it's exactly accurate. But I don't understand how I did it before. It's a little flatter than I'd want, but I'm not sure how choosy I can be right now. Oh, maybe I need to bring in these side adjusters. Does that make it more accurate? Okay, I think that's decently good. I might switch this bottom floor to medium height if I'm gonna have all these platforms, because otherwise your rooms are going to be very, very small. All right, and then on this side, well, first we should bring that over, but I wanted to have another little bump out, kind of going like this way, and then we'll take this similar kind of roofing and switch it over. There's another build idea I want to do with this pack, but I'm not sure if I should wait until I have the other packs to do it, mainly because I'm concerned about the string light scenario. You'll see that we don't get any new string lights with this pack, which I mean makes sense because we got so many with other packs already. I was even scrolling through debug and I didn't find any. I think it would have been nice to have some fairy lights in this pack, but there is a lot of other lighting options. But the build idea I want to do, I feel like having a bunch of string lights is kind of a necessity, so I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that just yet, or if I'll wait till I have all the packs. But essentially I want to build some kind of campsite. Now if I go the more realistic campsite route, then it wouldn't really matter that I don't have the string lights. However, I was kind of thinking I could do some kind of like boho glamping kind of campsite and just go ham with the string lights and everything. But if that's the case, I might want to wait till I can use my other packs with it. I want some kind of like fence scenario up here, I think, and I'm gonna put wall trims as well, so I need to make sure that there's like all the flooring up there, and then that way if we go into here we can select our trims. I think I'm gonna go with a brown here. Ooh, or green actually. That might give a nice contrast. I haven't even done roof paint and I'm adding trims. Okay, I'm getting carried away. But this is the overall shell that I want. Maybe I'll bring this deck in a little bit more because I think I'm gonna have the entrance door right there. All right, I had to quickly pause there to figure out the roofing because it was giving me quite a struggle. But I want some trims down here as well. I can't seem to get this circle piece to line up perfectly, so that's gonna bug me a little bit, but maybe there's some way to fix it or a better way to go about it. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it so we can actually make some progress. But I also switched this top floor to a medium wall height. Just completely blanked on what it was called. So I'm kind of wondering if the trim could be even bigger or if that's like a bit much. Maybe we'll just keep it with the small one for now. I think on these sides it might be nice to have the roof line come in actually because it's kind of clipping with the trim that I have, but I'll keep the front overhang. And so now let's add in some of the roof paints. So we have 2 options with the new pack. We have this metal roof paint, which is so accurate to this green one specifically to summer camps like this with the dark brown siding, which of course is something we got. The sidings in this pack are stunning. They are like the equivalent to me of the horse ranch ones, which I love and use excessively, but it's this one's in particular that I'm obsessed with. Do we see all the detail and texture on that? Like, this is the kind of texture that I wanted on the birch wallpaper from the fairies pack, but oh my gosh, it just looks so good. They really delivered on the paneling in this pack. And then it doesn't come in like other colorful options aside from this blue. I do wish there was maybe like a green or a red or something, but the colors we got are so pretty that honestly I'm okay. There's also this thicker siding which has like the little notches, and I think this is really cute as well. Then there's all of these types of paneling, and then we also got this stone. This stone is kind of cool because sometimes it looks like it's wood in the wall, but then if you switch it to something else, it looks a bit more like stone. It's kind of like a combo, but I do like the texture on that. And then we have this really pretty wallpaper. Look at the texture again. It looks like some kind of linen wallpaper, and it comes with other little patterns too, instead of just like the deer in the tent. Let me find an example. Like there's this one, which may or may not be Bigfoot, but I think this will be so cute in some of the rooms. We're definitely gonna add that. And then lastly, we have this canvas wallpaper, which you might be thinking like, girl, what? But then we also have a canvas roof, and we have a canvas roof trim. And then this pack comes with windows that are meant to have a canvas border. Do you guys understand where I'm going with this? This means that you can build custom tents, which essentially is why I want to do that whole like boho camp thing, because you have like these custom windows, you have this door as well. It's just like an archway at first, which looks kind of like okay, but then you go into the curtains and it comes with a canvas roll to make it look like the doorway is rolled up. Like, are you kidding me? When I was exploring the build and buy, I actually wish I could have caught my reaction, but when I saw this, I was like, oh, I wish there was some kind of like rolled up thing to make it look like the tent was open. And then I went into curtains and it was there. I was genuinely floored. But yeah, this is why I'm so excited to do that kind of camp build and like campsite, because we have the perfect items for it now. Whereas before, I mean, you could kind of make a tent, I guess, but we didn't have like the most accurate wallpapers, or you'd at least have to use like those tent objects instead of your own custom one. But this way you can actually like furnish the inside of your tent, and it's a lot more like playable, which I think is really cute. But I kind of like this more red roof for here. I'm gonna try it, but I also may want to use just like some dark brown shingles, but for now we'll try this one. It comes in some other swatches too. The brown's even pretty, but we'll go with this for now. I mean, I'm not sure this canvas trim is the most appropriate for this one, because you can see here it's got like that stitching along it to make it look like it merges into the canvas roof. So we're just gonna go with a base game trim, I think. Yeah, I think that orange is nice. I just want lots of warm tones because I'm ready for fall, and I want this to feel like a very fall themed build, even though I don't have seasons installed. Okay, back to paneling. I accidentally went into a little showcase there, but for paneling, I do want to use this one as the main one. I'm just not sure what color. Honestly, the default with this color combo I have going right now is really gorgeous. I could also go for something darker. I was going to show you the look of like the summer camp. Like that is so accurate to how the summer camp looks. If you guys watched my summer camp video, like way back before this pack was even announced or anything, like this is what I was trying to go for. I can't even remember the roof I had to use in the end, but this would have been so handy. Oh, I'm also just realizing this is like one of the only roof paints that has the underside painted as well. Wait, that's so magical. Because if you look at like these base game ones, it's just plain white, but this one actually has the metal showing through. Wait, that's so pretty. I wish they would make all the roof paints like that. I don't know why they aren't. Because when I see like just that plain white texture underneath, it really bugs me because it just looks so unfinished, but there's nothing I can do to fix it. Anyways, I'm getting very distracted. I'm also realizing this is probably a lot more energetic of a long play than I usually do, but I'm just really excited about the pack, and I just kind of wanted to fangirl with you guys a little bit because I kind of did that off camera and I've had no one to talk to about this, so I wanted to talk to you guys about it. The roof is still giving me trouble, but I'm gonna fix that somehow. I like this as the main siding, but I do want some accent ones. So we could switch to like a larger one here, maybe for in the roof line. I almost feel like this would be nicer though. I don't know if I switch it to a darker color though for like extra contrast. I don't know, something about it being like the same color but like a different pattern is really speaking to me. It's like a subtle texture shift. Maybe we'll use this one here. I could maybe try some of the darker wallpapers on this side, or this could be like a fully stone thing. I was thinking this should be a sunroom though. So we'll use some of the glass ceiling paint. I think I like this diamond one the best. I'll do the green swatch there. I'm also hoping I didn't go way too large with this. I tried to keep it to the scale that I had, but that was on a bigger lot. But I think we could still fit in a pool and stuff. And I really want this area to have a pool for a reason you will see once we get to it. Okay, in terms of wallpaper, I think that's probably good for now. I do need to add in some other little details. Like I want a chimney there. And I also want to have a chimney on this side. I might make it just one tile though, or I'm just debating if I want to do my usual like slanted roof business. Okay, yeah, we could do something like that, but I know I want to use the new stone that we got because we have a chimney that matches it. I could do it in this white version, or there's this version. Take a peek at all of them quickly. I think I like this one. It's a little warmer. And then the roof sculpture, and this is the chimney. Okay, maybe a little bit tall just compared to the size of that there, but yeah, maybe I should make it a half wall. This is a little crazy. Let's tone it down just a touch. Like that maybe, and then we can just raise it up through there. I think I want it even higher. Also, I have no Better Build and Buy and no tool mod installed, so landscaping is going to prove to be a struggle, which means I will probably do it off camera because I want to be able to duplicate the debug items, which is going to be such a struggle. I'm so used to building with those two mods specifically that whenever I don't have them, I feel like a fish out of water. So I'm going to spare you guys the trouble that is watching me find objects and place them without those two mods. Okay, I think that's a lot better, but now I'm kind of wondering if we need it to be the more cream swatch for extra contrast, because the gray was, I think, a little too subtle. So I'm just gonna switch it around. I'll keep the like gravel up here, I think. Actually, no, I'm gonna use the metal side paint or roof paint. And then we can add a wall trim to polish that off. And that's our little chimney there. And then I'm just gonna mimic that up here. We'll do a half wall here. So again, it's not overly tall. And then we could even repeat this. Or the other option, we do have this chimney too. How many chimneys is too many chimneys? Because I'm kind of thinking I want 3 right now. What if I did it like that? Okay, maybe we'll try the wood chimney on here, and then the stone chimney can be over there, but maybe I'll actually put it in a different wood swatch so that it's got some contrast from the rest of the place. And I'll just switch up the roof or half wall trim as well. This one. Okay, perfect. And then we also have some dormers. I pluralized it, but we actually only have one. I don't know if they're really the aesthetic that I'm going for, but it could be nice for a little bit of extra detail. So you know what, we'll add it. Yeah, I think it's cute on the side there. I'm really liking how warm this whole build is coming out. It feels very cozy already. Let's also paint the platform here. We have the most gorgeous new wooden platform that's like slatted instead of this. This is kind of the only, I guess, one that would look like it's a little bit open underneath, like this base game lattice one. But now we have this one, which again is so accurate to summer camps. They got it so correct, and it makes me so happy because I just feel like I'm back in my summer camp. But yeah, I did that whole entire summer camp build, and now I feel like I have to rebuild it now that we have like a summer camp pack. Now I will say it's not like just for summer camps. Like I mentioned some of the gameplay, but there's also these new like gameplay challenges. One, you can essentially make Love Island with your Sims, or you could do like Survivor, or you could do like a bake off. Like there's so many of those kind of challenges and activities with this pack that, again, that's one of the reasons why I think doing gameplay for this pack would be particularly fun, because it kind of like organizes it for you, I guess, if you don't really want to use like brain juice to figure out what you want to do, which I feel often happens to me. And I feel like it could get very chaotic very quick, which I always think is very entertaining. So maybe I'll do gameplay, maybe I won't. I might just do gameplay on my own without recording it, because I don't even know how I would go about doing a recording for that. But this is the new stone platform. We also have them as foundations. I'm just not using that. We even got a new stilt foundation because there is new water lots in this world. I don't think we've had those water lots since Island Living. And you guys can go back and watch my other video, like my summer camp one, because I was saying that I wish we had a water lot that was kind of surrounded by a forest, and then we got this pack. So I'm thinking I'm like a little bit of a genie or something, and that I just completely predicted this pack. I got my columns sorted, and now I'm going to show you the new spandrels we got in this same swatch. I hope there's like a decent chunk of you who went to summer camps so that you can understand the joy I'm feeling right now. But if you guys haven't, maybe I can put up some reference photos so you kind of know what I'm talking about. Because also summer camps can be different everywhere. This pack is inspired by like Australia and New Zealand area, and a little bit of, I believe, US national parks and stuff. But I'm from Canada, so that's all I can speak to. But I would say they got it pretty accurate to even the Canadian camps. The spandrels are being kind of weird in some spots, so I'll probably have to fix that off camera, just because that seems like something that's going to give me a little bit of an extra struggle. I'm also still not happy with the roofing, and I don't know how to get it to where I need it to be, so I will also sort that out off camera. When I come back and show you the exterior after I've done all the landscaping, you will see that I have tweaked things, hopefully. This is one of the new fences we got. We got both this one and this wire one. This will be helpful for more like camp areas, but this one I'm going to use for more of my I keep saying bread and breakfast, which is completely incorrect. I'm meaning to say bed and breakfast, but I keep messing up where the R's go, and so if you hear me messing it up, I don't know if I can cut it every time, because I'll probably miss a few of the errors, but be nice to me, it's complicated. Okay, I like this as our kind of entranceway. I'm gonna click these and hope that the spandrels come back. And you know what? Maybe I'll put a little one on this side as well. Just cause I was gonna try to squeeze in a little parking lot on this side, but I'm really thinking we're not gonna have the space for it. I think it'd be cute though if this kind of like dining area that we're gonna have is also a restaurant that your Sims could come to, even if they're not staying over here. I'm thinking a little bit of the way it works with like the Dragonfly Inn from Gilmore Girls, where it's like a restaurant but it's also like an inn. So it could be fun to have it like that. I don't know if you could do it like that for gameplay. I wasn't really planning on doing any kind of like showcase, but I am so happy with all the windows and doors that we got with this pack that I just had to show you, because it's this set in particular that I can't get over. I want you to take a look at all the beautiful texturing on it, like the wood detailing, the colors, the little bit of like dirt everywhere. And what I'm most excited about is the screens. We have no windows in this game that have screens like this, and I have been wanting something like this for ages. You can, once again, you can watch my summer camp video and hear me talk about how much I wanted like a screen door or like screened windows. And we have screen doors too, which I will show you. But for those of you who maybe like more modern builds, there is like a whole modern set of windows too, and we have one that fits in the roof line, which is nice. And then of course we have those tent ones that I showed you, but this set right here is my absolute favorite. And if you really want it to feel like summer camp, it even comes with the perfect green and dark wood swatches. So I'm a happy girl. And then for doors, same thing. I'm floored, but just look at all the detail. Are you kidding me? They're so beautiful. The screen doors have me so happy. Like, I genuinely cannot explain how badly I've been wanting a screen door. I've been using the one from Island Living for so long in place of something like this, and now we have it. And it even comes with like just standard white and black swatches as well. This white one doesn't have the screen, which I'm a little bit sad about, but this one does, so it's okay. It's like a trade-off. But I will be using this door and this door excessively. I can already tell you that right now. And then once again, we have like the more modern options. And then we also have this gorgeous door, which you've already seen me place. And then we have the 10 options. We have like that open one, but then we also have this closed one in case you wanted to, you know, have a closed door. Yeah, those are all the doors and windows. I just had to show you them because I am so happy. This window, I think I will use more than is probably allowed in a lifetime, but I just think it's so pretty. I can't not use it. I'm unsure the color I want to use it in though. Originally, I was just going to use the default swatch with this red because I thought that's really pretty. But I think when I had that, I actually had a darker wallpaper, so there was like a bit more contrast between them. But I'm almost feeling this one with like that little bit of yellow there. So maybe we can do 2 windows on this side. On the front, I think I'm going to use just some base game ones. Over here, I think we could do one here. I also think I made the porch too big. I wanted it to be more like this, and then I kind of wanted to have this strip empty so I could put more windows. So let me quickly fix that. Yeah, I wanted something more like this, so that'll be much better. Also didn't want this trim on this side. If you want to delete it on just parts of your build instead of the whole wall, you can hold shift and click and it will get rid of it. And then we can move the door more to the middle like that. For this area here, I was thinking we could use these arched windows, which even come in a red swatch, which I think could be very good for those fall vibes. There is a green, but it's not the correct green. So I could maybe look for a different window that has that though. Oh, like this one. Okay, yeah, I think this base game one might actually work perfectly. It is slightly too long though, because it's kind of clipping into the roof, and I don't know if I love that. I could try this one. You know what, I think I'll just stick with this one, and I could either raise it up into here, or we could have it be down here, and then I'll just put like planters or something. But I do really like the color scheme like that, so we'll keep it. I could even do the darker wood there if I wanted, but I feel like a kid at a candy store. I can't decide what I want to use because I really like everything. I'm gonna add planter boxes. The yellow's really cute, or I could do the red. I kind of like the pop of the red. And I don't have a drain pipe, which is very unfortunate because what is an aluhhsim build without a drain pipe? But I kind of came up with a makeshift way we can do it. We're gonna take a base game column. I'm gonna use this one. We're gonna have to adjust the windows though, or I'll just put it on a different side. But I kind of wanted you to be able to see it at the front. Okay, well, I'll just show you and then I may move it around. So basically, we're gonna stack these columns here, and it's sort of giving drain pipe. I mean, it's a very like loose interpretation, but then you can take this like wooden knob from base game and just kind of put it at the seams of areas, and like I even put it at like the top and the bottom. It's not the most accurate thing, but I think it'll do given what I have to work with. You could even like shrink them down a little further so they don't stick out as much, but yeah, something like that will be our drain pipe. I may move around the placement. I wanted it at the front of the build, but we can see how we go, and maybe I'll switch it later. I also think this needs to be like a different wallpaper, so I'm going to switch it to that. And now we will continue with the windows. I got a little bit distracted there. I also haven't touched the back of the build. I feel like this is a very chaotic long play compared to the fall asleep ones that I usually do, but I genuinely have so much excitement about this pack that I couldn't even contain it, so I apologize for the more chaotic high energy video today. But if you put it on a low enough volume, maybe it's okay to fall asleep to still. But I will make another one that's maybe a bit more soft when I'm not just like exploring the whole pack and getting overly excited. Okay, maybe I could put some windows here. Placement's a little weird with the sunroom, but I think that can work okay. And for the back, there's really not much I could do for back here. I'll just bring it back one, or I add some kind of other bump out. Maybe I'll do a small one here, and then we can kind of have steps that come down and lead out to the backyard. I'll just rotate this roof to put a floor piece down so I can add my roof trim, and then we'll just put that one. I'll keep it the same wood tone for now, but I may switch it up a little bit later. Is that enough of a bump out for me? I still feel like it needs like one other thing. Oh, maybe we could do the porch, and then I can put a little roof over that as well, and maybe that will solve the issue. It's not really an issue so much as a preference. Something like this. Okay, yeah, I do think that's better than what I had. Now, do I use those windows or do I use the ones with the shutters? Oh, you could even slot them together. That's cute. I didn't really think about using them like that. I'm gonna do 2 of these, and I think nothing there. I'm gonna put this on I think it needs to be 3 tall to match the other areas. Oh, you know what? Maybe back here, let's try doing the wooden deck instead. We also got a set of new stairs, so I'm gonna use those to match because they're even like the perfect planking. Like I could hear these creaking when you walk down them. All right, and then we'll bring in the columns as well. I was thinking I just use the same columns, but maybe I should mix it up. Just don't know what I would mix it up with. Oh, I could use these green ones, or I have green stone ones. There's those ones. I kind of like this one, which I was using as my makeshift drain pipe, but I think this color matches better with the other green items I'm using, so we will just use this. It bugs me how you can't get your pillars on top of the platform. I don't know why that's a thing. Like I want it to rest like this, but instead it goes to the side, which looks kind of goofy when it's not a matching color. Okay, wait, but it's working for this one, just doesn't work for this one. Okay, so I guess that answers that question then. We will in fact go with this one. I can't seem to get it to the edge of the wall though without it being weird. But the green tones don't match. Wait, okay, that's gonna bug me. I'm not gonna do that. Also, we're just gonna look at the texture again. Sorry, it was staring at me while I was trying to put the columns down. It made me very happy. So let's do just these ones again. But I'll switch the color so that we have a bit of a mixture. I'm also gonna use the same spandrels though. All right, and then we'll need a fence as well. Yeah, I do wish there was some more colored variations of these wood items. Like if we could have a yellow that matches this one, or a red that matches the default swatch of these windows, I think that would have been really nice. Another thing I wish was included was sleeping bags. I know we have other packs that have sleeping bags, but for a pack that basically lets you create summer camps, I feel like having a sleeping bag would have been kind of crucial. But there is like a decent chunk of other beds, so I guess I understand. But for people who want to buy this pack and don't have the other packs with sleeping bags, I feel like it's kind of like a missed opportunity sort of thing. Because also with me wanting to do that like campsite build, I don't have sleeping bags to put in the tents, which seems a little bit strange, but I will make do either way. Okay, I'll need more windows and doors back over here. I'm actually just going to switch the lighting for now. You can see that this is the afternoon light at its peak, which I really like, but it's just not facing the correct way, which is very frustrating. I'm gonna put the door over here. I want to use one of the screen doors. Does this one have a screen? I can't see from here. I don't have my glasses on. I think this one's just glass. I might have been bamboozled, but this one has a screen. Oops. So I'll use this one in yellow, or do I do red just to kind of bring in another fall color? And then it'll lead us back here. For other windows over here, I think maybe I'll use this one. And then I'll need them along this side as well. And here. Should I put windows on this side? I guess we're gonna need bathrooms somewhere, so maybe I won't. I'll leave that one empty. I'm just gonna switch the lighting back quickly. And I want to put a window up in this little section of the roof. I was just going to use one of the base game ones though. Unless maybe I can use this one here. Ooh, with the green. And then I was going to take this little circle one. Or maybe the giant circle would be better suited over here. It does come in green too. I was going to use the little mini circle on this one here. I don't think I can have both because that seems a little strange. Maybe I'll just do the one here and then we can put something else in this roof line. Maybe like a vent or something. I'm going to start adding in a couple of the details. I wanted to put in these little awnings either in the yellow or the red. I feel like the red is a nice contrast since we have yellow elsewhere. Maybe the yellow's too subtle. There's also the green. I'm gonna try the red. I could do red and then yellow flowers. I'm gonna leave it like this and think on it. We can put in some corbelers as well. Maybe those could be yellow. I could use these ones or I could use like the little notches, which honestly might make a little more sense since it's so like wooden cabiny. What if I size them up? I don't know if I actually love it like that. We also have this awning that matches the roof paint of this. Oh, also my dormers disappeared, but I want to use this one for a bit of variety in our options. Let me put my dormers back in. Don't know where they went. Maybe that happened when I tried to adjust the roofing. Okay, I'll just switch them back to this color. Perfect. I'm quickly gonna look and see what it would be like if I had a different roof paint. Honestly, the dark brown is really nice as like a contrast, but I also kind of like the warm brown or warm red almost. Okay, I'll keep it like this, but yeah, maybe we can add another contrast elsewhere. Like even if this one was switched to a dark, it would make sense because the chimney is like right there and that matches. I suppose I'll keep it for the time being. Okay, so after some very tedious debug searching and placing, this is the exterior in the end. I added all these little details. A lot of it is just base game, like these vines and stuff. That's just a base game plant that I kind of merged into the wall. Then I added these twinkly lights. I also added this flag, which is from the new pack. It's meant to be a camp flag, but it looks a lot like a Canadian flag, and I don't know, I kind of felt like adding it because this build was already kind of giving me like northern small town Canada vibes, so I thought I would put that in. And I also added in some cars as well, and the roofing was giving me such a struggle, so this is what I decided to do. I've added these debug fences around it, and then I've also put some tables in there to actually kind of hide the roof that is under there because it's not even like correct basically. And because I also couldn't put a wall there because the spacing was weird and you would still be able to see like a little gap, so that's what I kind of came up with. It'll do for now, I suppose. I also made these custom luggage things here, so I took these two console tables from base game and I just rotated them so that they face opposite directions, and then I just merged them together holding Alt, and then it looks like some luggage even though we don't have any actual luggage in base game. So I thought that was pretty clever. And then this is some debug stuff from the new pack, and I also have this little seating area, also new pack stuff, and this little area here with another suitcase and featuring the new rug. This rug here is probably my whole favorite item from the new pack, and you'll see why when I actually get to using the swatch that I really like. But yeah, that's going to be the outside of the build. We still have to decorate the outside area here, but before we do that, I actually kicked my sim off the lot so that we can actually turn it into the new lot type, which is custom venue. And so basically, what you can do with this is if you hit configure schedule preset, you can build your own with the create new and it'll come up like this, or you can pick from some of the presets they have. Like this one here is like the Love Island basically. Then there's like the summer camp one, like this one. But there's even one for a bed and breakfast. And you can see here it's just like have breakfast, then your Sims will do what they want with this free time, then have dinner, free time, and then they will actually go to sleep at a designated time. And you can assign rooms to certain roles. So there's all of these types of roles that you can add. There's like so many. You can make a custom role, you can name it, you can assign Sims, then you can also put like the activities you want them to do, the criteria, like do they need to be an elder perhaps, who is always mean, and that could be a role. And that could, in this case, it could be like the owner. You can also adjust any of the custom schedules. So if I wanted to add something of my own in here, I would just hit add time slot, and then you can see like the activities for each of the roles that you have. But if there's like a main thing you want them to do, just hit main activity. So say at like 2 a.m. I want everyone to go to the campfire. I could add that in, and then your Sims will wake up from their sleeping here and then go around the campfire. But I don't have a campfire on the lot right now, so that wouldn't actually work, but you get the gist of it. Hopefully that schedule overview gave you like kind of a good idea of why I'm so curious about the gameplay for this, because I like how specific you can get with everything, and like you can really just customize it to suit whatever needs you have. And I think that's so cool. And as someone who loves organization, like loves it, I have so many different like documents and planners and journals just to like organize absolutely everything. It's so fun to have something like this in the game. It reminds me a lot of like the club feature and stuff from Get Together and all of that. So I really like it. And I just think it's nice to have like extra structure. But I mean, all that being said, I haven't actually played with it yet. This is just how I believe it's supposed to work. So I may be saying things that are a little bit incorrect right now. But I did, after seeing that like campfire thing, I did kind of want to add in a campfire because that could be nice. But I was also thinking this spot should be perhaps for like a table and chairs instead. But if we have the picnic table over there, it may really not matter. But I guess what I should show you now is the pool stuff that I'm so very excited about. Basically, we have a pool, right? But then we also now have diving boards. And they're so cool too, because you guys know me, I love a grimy swatch. Like the dirtier the object is, the better in my opinion. And this is just that. You can literally see all like the water damage and the staining on this. It's so incredible, and like what it's built out of too is amazing. But then if you didn't want that and you wanted something a bit more classy or like new, then they have that version as well. That's mainly why I'm loving this pack so much, is because there's like variations in that. I mean, I don't necessarily care for like the newer style of stuff. I just love the old stuff, which is why I love this pack so much. But it's nice that they included like two options for like both ends of the spectrum, and it applies to these low sitting ones as well. But for the spacing that I have here, I think I'll go with the low one, and yeah, probably use that one. Is this the newer one? I think it is. I think I'm using the wrong one. Yeah, here's the old one. Like, look at how textured that is. I love it. I'm going to do, yeah, I'll just do the brown swatch. Hopefully I put it somewhere with enough space. Maybe to be safe I should put it on this side, though that would be mighty annoying if you're trying to have a campfire and there's just people splashing you off of the diving board. But that could, maybe it would make some fun drama between all the people staying here. So that's basically what I want to show you, but there's also water slides. We have water slides now, and look, they go directly into the pool. I don't think I have the space for it with this one, but I just think that's so cool. Oh, if I put it on this side, I would have the space for it, but I don't think we need it in this establishment. But isn't that awesome? And then when you switch into live mode, like this water runs as well, so that's really cool. The pack also comes with these modular playground things. I probably should have shown you this when I had the space on my lot, which I don't currently. But basically there's like these platforms and whatnot that you can connect with stairs. You can add these things. Like I see these at parks where I live. This is so cool. And then we also have like the little glass thing here. There's even slides, and yeah, there's all these plastic ones. Or you can have tunnels that connect these, or like bridges. And then we also have a standalone slide now, which if you have seasons, your Sims can actually set themselves on fire if this slide is too hot, which is such like a fun and specific detail. Like I can, oh my gosh, I can hear the sound of like bear skin going down this slide, and it's making me cringe, but it's so accurate. And of course there's a grimy swatch. I just feel like they really cooked with this pack, and I know this sounds so biased, but genuinely, this is my honest opinion. I think it's a really good pack from a build and buy standpoint purely right now, because I haven't done much of the gameplay. Well, I haven't done any gameplay actually. I'm getting tested out, but just in terms of build and buy, I love this pack. But since there's no space for any of those like modular playgrounds or anything, I can show you a little example over here in the town, but this like gives you a sense. But you can really make them as big or as small as you want, and they also work inside, rumor has it, so that's super cool. But yeah, I can't fit any of that in this small space of mine, but I can fit maybe some of the other activities. Oh, I can maybe put a telescope out here. This is a base game activity. Oh, some of my landscaping disappeared. What? Okay, I don't know when that happened. I'll have to fix that. But oh, another thing I wanted to mention is I'm really having a pet peeve right now because we don't have this tile to go on this floor, which is really bugging me because I can't make it cohesive. This is the closest like color match I could find, but this is such a pretty stone. I really wish they gave us it as a floor swatch, but we do not have that option. Anyways, back to the items. We also have kayaks now. I don't think you can use them in a pool, but they're very cool. I did actually have my sim exploring one. You can also find them just dotted around the lake, or is this a lake? This is like a river that leads into a lake or an ocean or something. But yeah, you can see like kayaks there and whatnot. Oh, there's also this jellyfish lagoon. I think that's what this one is. But your Sims can do certain things over there. Okay. There's just so many things I wanted to share with you guys, and now I'm just getting so distracted. Okay, we're gonna add the telescope there, and oh yeah, your Sims can also catch butterflies now. This is like a massive place to store the butterflies, but we have a much smaller version. This will turn like caterpillars that your Sims find into butterflies, which is such a core memory of my childhood. My cousins lived way farther from me, and they were basically like just smack dab in the woods. And so my brother, my cousins, and I, we would all go out into the woods and catch like caterpillars and stuff. We would put them in jars or like these plastic versions of these basically. But this is such like a core childhood memory of mine. Like I can't even explain how happy I am to have it in the game. I think that's so cute. Even though I don't do gameplay, it's just like cool as an idea. We also have this inset hot tub, which is nice to create more like custom looking hot tub features. But I'm going to add this little bug catcher over there. And in the vein of like butterflies and whatnot, we have all these like sticker items where you can like place down these, and then in live mode it'll turn into a firefly. But now we have the exact same thing with all of the butterflies and moths that your Sims can catch, so you can just like load your lot with butterflies if you wanted. I think I'll definitely put a couple of fireflies, but I'll do that at the end. There's also archery, which is like a big thing in this pack, but I don't think it's applicable to my little bed and breakfast here, so I'm not going to add that either. And then I guess that kind of brings it to the end for the exterior items that I'm seeing right now. So I'll just leave this little bug catcher. I'm actually going to put this, I keep calling it a bug catcher. It's literally called a caterpillar incubator, think I'm gonna put it over on the table here. But we did get this new kind of craft hobby, which is called paper crafts. I can't remember if it's only for kids or if it's also for adults, but it's also an item that you can put in your Sims inventory and like move it around so they can do it anywhere there's like a surface. And look at how cute the object is. And they can make, I think, like paper mache with it. They can make some kind of like paper animals, all those kinds of things. It's really cute. I also think they can make cootie catchers, which again, another core childhood memory of mine was those to pass the time in class or like at recess when people would come around with those. I don't know if that's what everyone calls them. Some people call them fortune tellers, I think. But in Canada we called them cootie catchers, or at least where I'm from in Canada. Okay, I put the little fire pit out here. I don't think there's anything else I'm gonna add. I've been perusing through the menu this whole time I was talking and I didn't really find anything. Maybe I'll put a trash can. I will put that, I'll just put that in the corner here and then we'll shift over the campfire. Might also mean we could add some more. And these are new chairs from the pack as well, which are so sweet. Okay. Well, that's basically all I wanted to show you on the outside. So now let's go ahead and tackle the inside. So for the floor plan, this is what I have. We have an entranceway here. We'll have kind of like a lounge and hallway area there. We have what I think is going to be like a library, hallway, mudroom, kitchen, dining room. And then upstairs, we're going to have 3 bedrooms. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, and they will each have their own respective bathroom. We're going to start on the entranceway here. I really want there to be some kind of like entryway table or like check-in desk is more what I mean. So I think maybe I'll use this base game desk. Oh, this could be a nice chair as the kind of office chair. It looks cozy and comfy compared to the other office chairs at least. Or we could add in maybe like something like this, but I like the color scheme of that, so we can keep it. We also have so many new lights with this pack in terms of like desk lamps and ceiling lights. I really love this one with all the stickers, and it looks like it's coming out of like an oil canister or a gas canister. But look at all the little stickers. I don't know if it's the right vibe for like the inside here. Like I'm definitely going more like cutesy, and that feels a little more for like camp. And this is supposed to be like bed and breakfast, so I'm gonna avoid that, but I do really like that lamp. We have that basket one again. We have these nice wall lights too, which I don't think I showed you yet. Like these little sconces. But I'm going to, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna pick maybe like this one. Or you know what, let's do this one. This is my good old faithful light, so we'll do that. I'll need a computer as well. I want to use something that looks older. I feel like that has more charm to it. I don't know if that one's too old. Or I could do a laptop. I'm gonna do this one here. And then beside that, well, I put the light there. Maybe let's put a plant. We only got 1 plant with this pack, which I'm a little bit sad about, I can't lie, but it is a really cute one. I'm happy that we're having so many like cute small plants recently, because I feel like before it was kind of just this one, which I can't say is my favorite. It's mainly the planter that bugs me. But yeah, if you wanted more plants from this pack, there's like these debug ones. But aside from that, this is it. And I feel like this pack could have done with a couple more plants. But I also know that like with the packs and stuff, there's, you know, object or item amount restrictions, or at least I believe there are. And with all like the modular pieces we got for the playgrounds and stuff, like I'm not surprised that there's areas that are a little more limited in what they have. Like it makes sense because there's so much for other areas. But as a plant lover, I would have liked to see a little bit more. Okay, this is the wall art we have. Oh, this one's gorgeous. Oh, and it comes in other swatches. Okay, well, first off, I think I need to use this one. All of these ones, like, so much of this pack just feels like northern Canada to me, and it's making me really happy. I was kind of hoping we would have something like that. I guess we have a lot of worlds that are maybe like bits and pieces of it, but this pack kind of feels the most like Canadian, I guess. I'm gonna, yeah, use this gallery wall because I think that's just precious. And oh, we also have this item. Okay, again, this definitely feels more like camp focused, but super cute nonetheless. I really like these two. I wish this was like a standalone picture. That would have been so cute. These are like for fitness centers and stuff, because there's also like the whole second, this is kind of like broken up into 3 parts based on like the trailer and stuff. There's like the Love Island competition kind of place, there's the summer camp, and then there's also like wellness retreats sort of with a lot more fitness stuff. So we now have spin bikes, and we also have freestanding weights, which is a really big thing. I'm honestly surprised we didn't have those already, but that's very exciting. We had like the item from Lovestruck, but it wasn't actually functional, but now we can actually use it. But I don't think I'll make a fitness retreat because I think a lot of that's a bit more modern, and I'm not really like a modern builder. I like my old and grimy looking stuff. So, but it is a very cool like sub branch. Oh, it's literally right here. You can see the spin bikes here, and then the freestanding weights. I do think I need to make a gym at some point for my save file, so maybe I'll add in some of that stuff when it comes time, but for now I don't think I will build anything like that. I'm trying to find something to put in the entranceway here. I need like a little mudroom thing. Let's check decorations. No, wait, surfaces, right? And then miscellaneous. Oh, displays. Okay, yeah, we have this one. Look at all the cute little items in it. The backpack. I wish this backpack and the shoes were like individual items, because those are so cute. And the wood swatch and like texturing is so pretty. I love when you can see the knots in the wood. I think that's making me really happy. I think it's a bit big for this entranceway though. Oh, we also have this little shelf. Stop. Oh, it's so cute. It's got little board games and a little fish picture. Okay, I think I'm gonna put that in the entranceway here. I feel like it's too cute not to use. Maybe we can put like a big plant beside it. Well, big-ish, because I don't want to block the doorway, but that could be really cute. And then maybe if we take the wall decoration, like we could take this and slot it in so it looks like there's coats and stuff hanging from it. Maybe I will use this one here. Okay, that's about as close as I'm gonna be able to get it. Oh, we also have canoe paddles for the wall. Like all the canoeing and the fishing is really giving me Canada vibes. I don't necessarily think that was their intention, but it's what I am getting from this. We can also put a mirror. This is the new one. Very cute. It's got like a little leather strap. I think I want something longer though. Like a full body mirror. Well, maybe it's just this base game one. Okay. And I think maybe to like make this even cozier, I'll put some curtains across. I'm really excited to show you the curtains from this pack, but I'm not going to do that here because I want to save them. Yeah, maybe I'll just do this one here, and I'll just do like a cream swatch. I also really want to change the color of my lighting, but for some reason it's just kind of glitching right now, so I can't. But whenever this is able to go on the gallery, I will indeed have the lighting switched. I think it's time I show you the sofas and stuff because I'm so excited. This is the set I'm most excited about. So this is what they look like right off the bat. The texturing, beautiful, gorgeous. It looks very run down, love it. And then we look at all the other swatches, and then look at this one. Let's just take a moment to appreciate how beautiful this plaid swatch is. It's so fall. This is basically the whole reason I wanted to do like a fall bed and breakfast, is because of the plaid swatches in this pack. So I will definitely be using these. But then we also have like this more leather set, which one of these comes with a little blanket draped on it. Are you kidding me? It's so cute. And then we have a matching sofa with it as well. And something that's cool about this one that I discovered is if you do it like this, you can actually take another one, rotate it successfully eventually, and then you can slot it together and it looks like an L seat. I mean, this spot won't be functional, but these ones will, and it's a good way to take up like really big areas And if you don't have Dream Home Decorator, like you can make sectionals with this basically. I don't know if that was their plan when they built it, but if it was, I think that's a little bit genius. And then we have like really pretty texturing on the back as well with all this wood. Okay, but I'm going to proceed back to here. I really want to use this chair somewhere, maybe in like the library. But for the little just communal area, we'll have it be like this. And then I guess I'll show you my absolute favorite rug. Let's take another moment of appreciation. This one has a little bear, but that's not even my favorite swatch. We have a fish that, I kid you not, this looks exactly like something I had at my cottage. And then there's also this one. Like this rug right here like screams Northern Canada to me. And then we also have like a little Target one and then this little pink one. Very cute, but these two are my favorite. I really wish I did a live reaction because honestly, when I saw these rugs, like I was squealing essentially. I'm gonna do this one here maybe, or I might even just save them for up here. I'll show you the wallpapers more in depth when we get up to there, but yeah, this one is just so precious. What if I had this as like the entrance rug and then this one can go over here instead? But yeah, this is also another rug that we got. I kind of scrolled through the swatches, but I was talking over them. There's some cute options in here. It's got like a watercolor look to it, which is really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna do it like this, and then we have a coffee table as well. Very blocky, but I like the texturing on it. I don't think I have the space board in here, so I won't add it, but we can put a plant in this corner instead. I'm out of all my like typical big plants. I guess we could do this little fern one here. Okay, and what else? Oh, we have three fireplace options. I lied. We have this really modern one, which is cool, but it also has like a touch of like that wood to it. I could see that in like a winter cabin. Then we have this one, which I'm actually going to use in here with this bench that I have to show you guys. And then we also have this freestanding one that's like kind of like the one that we got from Horse Ranch, but it doesn't have the kind of like exhaust pipe. It's not an exhaust pipe. I don't know what it's called. Something happened with my recording and I lost some of the process for this and like the dining room, which I'll redo. But for this little entrance area, I'm just going to give you a little tour like this, and I'll give you a proper tour at the end. But for now, let's move to the dining room and let me show you this seat that I am oh so excited about. I just want you guys to take a look and look at the cushion specifically, and the fact that it's not like straight across. I don't know how they did it or why they've never done this until now, but they made the cushion look like worn and sunk in, and I love it. I wish we had more that looked like this because I feel like a lot of them just look too cookie cutter and like pristine. Like this couch in particular, don't even get me started on this couch, but to have like the detailing of a seat that's been like worn and loved is immaculate, and I love it so much. And this is probably one of the things I'm most excited about, just because I love to see touches of realism in the game and like in the furniture and whatnot. And this is just that. And also it comes in the most gorgeous plaid swatch ever. So I think maybe we'll use that swatch, maybe we'll use something else. But for the dining room, we have two options for tables, I think. We have this one here, which I, again, am in love with because it feels realistic, it's worn, it's textured. And it seems like something that would have been from like the 70s or something with this type of tabletop. But then we also have this one, again, stunning because look at the wood texturing on it. I don't know if I'm like the biggest fan of like the detailings here. It's a bit more, I guess, modern than I would like, but I mean, I don't really ever build in a modern style, but this table is right up my alley. And you can see all the different colors. I think for today, we're gonna do this yellow one and this red one. And then for the chairs, we could use these leather ones, which I think we probably will, but we can also use these ones if we wanted, which match the sofas that I used in the entranceway. But I think just to mix it up and see like a variety of furniture, we'll use this one. Also, look at this lighting in the afternoon through this room. Because the whole ceiling is like glass, it's just so gorgeous, and you get the pretty shadow from the glass panes, but it might be a little bit overexposed for right now, so I'll just go with the morning light. But for these chairs, we actually have them in swatches that'll match these tables perfectly, except what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna alternate them, I guess would be the way to say it. Like I'm going to take this yellow chair and put it with the red table, and then the red chair with the yellow table. And that way we can have a fun mix and match situation. I really don't have much space in here, so it's just going to be the 2 tables. So your Sims may or may not have to share with random strangers. Hopefully they like the people they're staying with. But if not, that could make for some fun gameplay if there's like a little bit of drama. I was also going to put in just these little like menu holders and like condiment baskets, just so that they can like pick and choose what they want. Even though, I mean, I'm not sure I've ever stayed at a bed and breakfast, but I feel like they would just have one option for breakfast time or like meal times, and what they cook is what you get kind of thing. Or do you order like specific meals? I don't really know how that works. But next, let me show you the curtains. I showed you this one, which was like for the tent and whatnot, but look at these gorgeous little plaid ones with the little frills. They're so precious, and like all of the swatches are so cute. I do wish maybe, I mean, I don't know how possible, well actually no, I think it would have been possible, but I do wish that this section here was more raised and not just like painted on. Like I kind of wish it was like this, where you can see the layers between them. Also a little bit like the cats and dogs one, which I can't show you right now because I don't have it, but yeah, I feel like it would have been nice to see like a bit of extra dimension on this. But aside from that, I think it's stunning. I really like this swatch, so I think we'll use that, but I'll show you some of the other ones. This one's so pretty. I would have this curtain in my house if I could, but we will just go with this one for now. I guess my other semi-complaint about this curtain is that it doesn't come with this standalone bar, so I would like to see something like that. But if you have the Desert Luxe kit, or for rent, you could use those bars to connect it, but this just seems like the type of one where you would kind of need that to make it look seamless. But we'll just do it like this. I guess if I put it up one, it's a bit more flush with the wall, so maybe that's better. Okay, yeah, this is definitely going to be a very tight squeeze, but I'm hoping it should be functional. And then I also wanted to see if I could squeeze in the bar here. I have the bar back, which is really beautifully detailed, but I did want to add in the bar as well if we had space, but I don't think we do. Okay, I tried to shift some things around. I'm thinking this should be functional for the most part. I can test it before I make it available on the gallery, though that will be a while, I think, because I believe I can't post it until the pack is actually out, which will be like a week or so after this is posted, maybe 2. I'm not entirely sure the timeline on that, but I'm gonna put in this little plant. I also decided to switch the cushion of that just so we can see more of the swatches. I think lots of flowers here would be very cute. Okay, I want things to be placed a little bit more precisely, so I'm just going to adjust them by hand. I don't know what else we could put on this bar here. We don't have the most in terms of clutter. Oh, I should use this little... That's adorable. Oh my gosh, stop. That's so cute. I just did a diner slash like cinema build as last week's video or last Sunday's video, and I really wish I had this item for it. I might have to like go back and put it in when we actually have this pack because it's just so cute. Are you kidding me? Okay, I can't get cuteness aggression towards the items, so I'm gonna move on. Let me put in, I like this little fan. That's cute. I don't know what it is, but I love a fan in The Sims 4. We have a couple of different ones now. Like the OG one is the one from Get to Work. Then we had one, a standing one from the Restoration Workshop kit. And then now we have this one. And they're all like decently different types of fans, but I don't know why I like fans so much in The Sims. It just feels like extra realistic. And if you haven't been able to tell by this video or any of my other ones, I really like a realistic item. And I'll just put some books there. I also will put a coat rack over here, I guess, in case like Sims are coming from outside and aren't actually staying in the inn, then they can put their coats there. Okay, I'll save that clutter for the kitchen. Do I add a lamp? That's my only other question. Or I guess I could put some candles. That could be really cute. I'll just put the candles on the edge of the table here. All right, I think that's super cozy. Lastly, I'm just gonna add a rug. Ooh, and maybe a speaker actually. I could use some of the new rugs, but I wanna like space out those because I think I'll use them in the bedrooms a lot. So let me try to find an alternative. What about these stripy ones? This is just a base game rug. Ooh, and this like deep burgundy fits perfectly. I know I'm going for like fall Airbnb, but honestly, all I can see with this color scheme right now is McDonald's. It's like an earth-toned McDonald's in here. Ooh, this rug would be nice actually. Though I feel like we need circle rugs for this type of seating that I have going. So maybe I just use like this simple one here. Like I could do something like that. Okay, what if I had two different rugs though? I don't know, I honestly really like the striped one under there. Maybe I'll put this one where the bar is. And then we can put a circle one under here. I know this is probably more rugs than is likely in this area, especially in like dining rooms. I know it's not necessarily common to put rugs in a dining room, but I think in The Sims it just makes it look so cozy that I can't not add it in. There's also this one. Is that too many rugs? Is that like a little bit much? Okay, we'll do it like this so there's not too much going on. This chair also feels like a little bit random, but I can't not include it. It's just like the placement of it. Maybe if I put some kind of lamp or plant beside it, it'll feel more nestled into the area. Could use this one maybe. I don't know if there's any activities for in here. I mean, we don't really have space for anything. I can add a speaker and that's about the extent of it. I'll put one right there. Oh, it would be actually really cute to put some items on top of the fireplace though, so I'm definitely gonna do that. I do want to find a shelf though so that I can make this more accurate. Oh, I can't even really see if it's at the right height. We're just gonna keep our fingers crossed. Oh, it looks like I got it first try actually. I will do a couple of plants and maybe like a picture frame or something. I'll do the pear and the apple, but then I need like one more thing on this side here. Oh, why don't I just do some more candles? I really like these base game candles. My only problem is that I don't think they actually light up when you're in live mode. Just a little bit sad because I think it would add such a nice glow and whatnot, but that is okay. All right, for the little dining area, I think this is adorable. But now let's move on to the kitchen. We didn't get any new counters with this pack, so we'll have to get a little bit creative. I'm thinking probably these base game ones will be best. These are like some of my favorite counters, as I often say. There's also these ones, but I don't know, they're not really as textured as I would like. Like they feel too pristine a little bit, and like too new, I guess. So it's either that or we could use these ones. Actually, this one matches pretty well, but I think I'm gonna go with these ones just for some, I don't know, added detail, I guess. The other ones felt a little bit plain. Do this. I think I'll make it wrap around like that. And we can put a corner piece here. And then I think I'll put the fridge on this side and probably the oven as well. And then the sink can go over there. Yeah, so no new counters or appliances, which I'm a little bit bummed about just because I feel like I always want new kitchen stuff, but I mean, with everything else they've added, I'm not surprised. Ooh, should I use a red stove or is that too much? But yeah, so nothing new in that category. Oh, well, we did get a new mini fridge, which I'll be honest, I'm not sure we needed it. I feel like we have a lot of packs with mini fridges now. But I guess, I mean, you may not have one of the packs that comes with mini fridges, so perhaps it makes sense. But for the packs, or with the packs I have, I don't feel I need another mini fridge, so I'm not sure how often I'll use that one. It also looks pretty similar to the one that we got from, I think it's For Rent. And I'm not like the biggest fan of the fridges that have like the glass. I don't mind it for this one, but for some of the other ones, I mean, I can't show you them because I only have like these two here, but they just always look very commercial. And I mean, this one's meant to, because I'm pretty sure it's meant for like the fitness center, but I don't know. Like the one from Life and Death, I don't really like that it has that glass in it. I'm also thinking I'm gonna move the stove over, but that could just be me. I might be being a little picky. I will put these things over here. I kind of want to use it in like this orange color. I was thinking the red is maybe a little bit much, so I decided to leave that out. We can put in a trash can here. We also need this. I don't want to really put cabinets along this wall because it'll block the windows, so I will do it on this side, and that's about all we're gonna get. I want to use this end piece, so I'm just holding Alt to try and line it up like that. Do I want curtains here? I feel like it would be really cute. I just don't know if it's, I mean, it's definitely not practical, but it certainly is cute. Maybe I can use these little half ones. I'll use this green swatch. And then now let's find a little bit of clutter that we can use. I'm gonna filter by this pack just to see what we got. Okay, maybe I should go under decorations. Okay, so we have this 2-on. Oh, I have to use this little utensil holder. It's so precious. I'm gonna use this swatch, and we also have, actually I'm not seeing much else. Oh, we have this wall item here of pots and pans. I will put this on this side, I guess. I don't actually have much wall space with these windows. I'm wondering if I should just delete the windows, but I really like this wall clutter. It kind of feels like the one we got from Horse Ranch, but without those wooden planks, and a lot more colorful. And so I think without the planks, it's a bit more versatile, which is very fun. Oh yeah, there is this really cute clutter item. I'll probably put this in the bedroom or something, but it's got a little book basket and the little trunk. I think this is so cute. I was really hoping that these would be separate objects, like this little book basket. If that was its own standalone thing, I would be jumping over the moon. Okay, I'm gonna use base game for the rest of the clutter items. I think we need this. What else could I put in here? We definitely can add the spice rack. I don't want to use this one though. I want to use the bigger one. Well, maybe they've just baked some bread too. Yeah, this spice rack. I guess we can use the knife block as well. We don't really need wall decor in here, but I'll add this one anyways. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should do like a little corkboard in here. That's like stuff that the employees, or like notes that the employees leave for each other. That, and I need one empty counter, but I also want to put on some kitchen appliances, I think. Oh, I have to use the blender. I completely forgot that we had this, but essentially now we have a blender, and your Sims, like your kid Sims, I don't think toddlers, but like your child and up Sims can use this blender, so it's not just adults. And I'm pretty sure they break out like a little stool to be able to reach it. It's so precious. Okay, so we're gonna add the blender, and I think we have to put in coffee. I mean, it seems kind of essential. Maybe I'll put in a dishwasher too, just cause. Okay, I need to figure out a counter that's gonna be empty. Maybe it'll be this side one here. Put the fruit over there. Don't actually think we'll have space for this bread, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I do want to put a plant in here though, because it feels a little sad right now. I feel like we need the foliage. I'll put the spice rack here. Oh, I think I'm gonna add a little lamp as well. That one's actually probably too big for this space. Maybe I can use this one. Did I use this one out in the front? No, I didn't. Okay. I thought I was repeating lamps already. Actually move that way over. So put the cookie jar here too. Okay, the fruit bowl might be a little bit big. Maybe if I put it on the other side, it'll be okay. Okay, much better. And lastly, I'm gonna put some soap here and a little hand towel. I mean, I don't think there's anything else I need to put in here. A rug doesn't really make sense, especially in a kitchen, so I won't add that. I could maybe put some kind of wall art in here. Or maybe I'll do a menu instead. Even though I know this is only in the kitchen, but this can be what they're cooking for the day. And that way the staff can like keep track and whatnot. All right, that is good for the kitchen. Okay, so for this little library room, I want to add in a couple of bigger bookshelves. Like, I'm thinking possibly this one, or I like this one as well. I guess it'll depend on these swatches. Ooh, I actually really like it in this more cherry wood color. So I'm gonna go with that. And we'll put the chair here. This can rest there. I think it'd be nice if we had a like second seating area, like a sofa or something. I don't know what's gonna fit in here. It's a pretty small room. Or maybe instead of that, we could have a desk in here. Maybe that way, if your Sims are like at these custom venues, but they still have work to do and whatnot, they could. But I don't even know if a desk's gonna fit, and I also don't know if I would prefer that over like a couch. But I guess we already have like a couch area right there, so maybe to mix it up, I will go with the desk. Or I could actually put in like the paper craft object that we just got, and then that way your Sims can, you know, have more activities to do, and any of the kid Sims hopefully won't be as bored. I like that one there. The spacing is so small in here. Maybe we just have one bookshelf actually. Then we can have a desk over here, a chair here. It's a really small area. Okay, what if I did desk here, bookshelf here? Okay, I think the spacing on that's a little bit better, because then you aren't like hitting the chair behind you if you're sitting at the desk. It feels a little less cramped. Switch the colors there. Ooh, I like the color swatch on that, but oh, this one's perfect. It's so fall. But I do really like that one as well. Shoot, how to pick? Can I have both of them? I don't think I can have both of them. This is a really small room. Okay, I guess it's gonna be that one, because I've already used a decent chunk of the yellow. Okay, just like this. If I shift this over, I'm thinking I can fit a plant in this corner here. I'll use this one. I hate to keep repeating the same plants, but I fear there's only so many options that I have, and I don't think any of these would necessarily fit. I do like this one a lot though, but it kind of needs to be on a surface. I'm also gonna add in curtains. I'm debating using the same ones but in a different swatch, or if I use a base game one. I don't know, I really like these ones. But yeah, on a wall where you don't have wood, this part definitely bugs me. I feel like it should be connected, but it's not. Just debating if I want to use this swatch or if I want to use a different one. This one's just so pretty, but I don't know if it suits this Airbnb. Or it's not really an Airbnb, this bed and breakfast. The best. Maybe I'll try this one. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to pretend that these would be able to pull across. I was trying to see if there was something I could use to make them look connected, but I'm not like finding anything. So like, I guess you could use these if you really wanted and bring them across, but that looks a little bit goofy, so I'm not gonna do that. But I feel like if I had tool mod or something, I could make something work. But I guess the other option would be we take a smaller curtain and connect it through. Okay, we have yellow, green, pink, and red in this swatch here. The pink matches pretty well. And there's the green. Okay, I'll try this green to connect them, I guess. I don't know if that's a little bit weird. Okay, actually no, I really don't like that. We'll just leave it like this and pretend that they connect. Okay, I'm actually just gonna use these curtains in green because them not connecting is actually really bugging me more than I'd like to admit. So we're gonna just use a different curtain altogether. And I'm also shifting this over so that it doesn't clip with the curtains, but that's gonna get rid of my plant. So I'll have to put one on top of the desk, but that is okay. Maybe then I could use this one, but I think I'll probably size it down because it's bit big for that spot. Put it there, it's gonna cover the cute sticker, so I'll put it on the other side. I wonder if there's a standing lamp I could fit in that corner, or if they're all gonna be a little bit too big. Oh my gosh, I haven't even used this standing lamp yet. This one has little canoe paddles on the like stand of it. It's so cute. Once again, this looks exactly like something I would find at my aunt and uncle's house. Okay, maybe I'll put this behind the chair. It kind of hides the really cute part of it, but I can't really see where else it would fit. Like, it's definitely too big for this spot, so I'll just have to leave it over there. We at least get the little trees. So oh, I think here I'll use the little sticker lamp. Oh my gosh, it's so precious. And then if we go here, indoor activities. Oh yeah, we also have this little, this is like a retro gaming console, and your Sims will pull like the most retro looking controllers and everything, and I'm pretty sure they can play like older looking games on it as well. But I don't have a TV in this build actually, so we won't be using that. Okay, here's the paper crafts. I'll do it in this one. Didn't I also put it out there? Oh, I did. Okay, well, either way, they can use it here, or maybe this should be like the desk area in case your Sims need to do like work or something. Okay, I will do that since we have the paper crafts outside. And then, yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to fit anything else. I could put chess somewhere. Maybe on the outside. Okay, we will do that. Just gotta find some chairs. Maybe I'll use these ones again. I can't keep using them in the same swatch, but it's just the cutest swatch I've ever seen. But I will pick something else. Do this one. I guess I can just leave it there. There's not really anywhere else I could see it going. Oh, unless I just scrap this little outdoor couch and put the chest over here. I actually like that a lot better. I will need to move my makeshift luggage though, because I think it's going to block your Sims from being able to sit there. So I'll just adjust it a little bit. And I'll put the plant over here. Okay, back to this area. Let's put a little picture up here. Maybe we could use that kind of camp wall decor. This one, so cute. Let's use, honestly, I like the default version. I guess for other clutter we could put a little like pen holder, and maybe we could put the little CDs as well. Maybe one picture. Okay, that's gonna be the little desk area. I am actually just gonna fix this plant because it was too far out for my liking. Adorable. Let me get one more rug for in here, and then we'll move to the bedrooms. I like this base game one, honestly. Oh, maybe, wait, didn't I use the stripy one in the dining room? I was gonna say maybe I could use the burgundy one in here, but I used it out there. What about this one? Maybe I'll use this with the little tassels. Okay, yeah, that's really cute. I'm gonna do these areas off camera, so next let's just go and do the bedrooms. Okay, we're gonna start with this room here. This one is one of the larger ones, but we're gonna use one of the new beds. We have this wooden one, or we have this metal framed one. This metal one, I can't even explain to you the amount of nostalgia that this blanket brings. They got it so accurate. If I have some kind of picture of the proof that I had this exact blanket, I will put it somewhere. But we used to have a whole bunch of these blankets at my cottage. They were like my grandma's, and this sounds so weird, but I can smell the blanket. I don't have that cottage anymore, but it was in my family for over 50 years, so it's a very nostalgic place to me. And that blanket just really reminds me of it. We also have these really cute plaid ones. And now I'm not sure which one to use. I guess we should match the... Oh, wait a minute. This is like the most fall bed I've ever seen. Okay, I swear I'm not making this up, but this also looks like bedding that I used to have as a kid. I watched a lot of those like 2016 lifestyle YouTubers, and they would always decorate their rooms for each season, and of course I had to do the same thing. And so I would go to Dollarama and I would get like fake leaves and like tea towels. I didn't have my own kitchen. I was like 10. I would get tea towels that had like little leaves on them and stuff. And then I would always look at like bedding and stuff when I went out with my mom. And then one time I found one of these kind of like plaid sheet sets at Walmart, I think. And I got it and I used it. But it was just a sheet set. Like, it didn't cover my duvet, so it kind of defeated the purpose. But that is what that's reminding me of. This whole package is giving me so much nostalgia. Maybe something like this for this room can work because we've got like the red and brown wallpaper, so it might be nice to lean into that. I do want to put a rug. This one matches pretty well. Or there's the little fish one. Maybe I could put, do I like the fish one in there? I'm just trying to like figure out the color schemes because I do want to use each swatch of this rug somewhere. Maybe I'll put the fish one in here. It's so cute, I can't. Okay, I need to adjust the windows, I think, because I need it to be centered. Oh, that looks a lot better anyways. Okay. I don't know why I had it the other way before, but maybe these should also be like a brown instead. I don't know if the red is too much, but these are so nicely textured as well. Like there's so many little details. Even like the little hinges on the side, or those handles. I think they're handles, but that's just so cute. Okay. And then a picture. I don't really know what artwork to use in here. I feel like I'm running out of options a little bit. Well, this one fits nicely. It's got that more vintage feel. I of course need some lamps. Oh, maybe these basket ones. Oh, you know what we should use? We should definitely put a sconce. I feel like a sconce is very bed and breakfast and inn sort of vibe. That could have been a much better sentence, but alas, that is where we're at. Okay, I'm gonna add these ones and maybe this green swatch. Also, should they be lower? Maybe like that. I'll put this basket somewhere because I do like the candle. And then maybe up here we could put a plant and I'm thinking like a clock. Oh, I don't even know if I showed you this clock, but we have this little one which has like arrows in it. Honestly, really adorable. I feel like this one will suit this room over there. I just wanted some kind of like standing clock here, like this. I mean, these are meant to be like guest rooms, you know, so I don't want to put too much like clutter into them because I don't think that would make much sense. We also have this new dresser, but I don't think it works for this room exactly. Let's use, I like this base game one. I think that'll fit. And I need curtains as well. I'm gonna use these ones again because I can't not use them. Maybe if I put them in the medium height, but raise them up so it kind of looks like this bar is connecting them. It's maybe a bit of a stretch, but it's the best I can do. Okay, I've added in my curtains. Ooh, this swatch would look so pretty in here. Oh, it also suits that one really well, or this one. Okay, wait, maybe we'll put it in one of those instead. And then for up here, oh, I think that one works well. I'm going for like the very red brown in here, and then we'll explore the other colors in the other rooms. I can do it like that. I do need some other clutter up here though. Maybe I will do my kind of luggage trick and put that up here as well. I'm trying to decide if I should give them mini fridges in their rooms. That feels more hotel than bed and breakfast. So maybe I won't. And I also don't know if that would interfere with gameplay, because if you have it listed as like the activity listed as eat food, I'm scared that they would come up to these fridges and eat from those. But it does look actually kind of really cute in here. I don't really want to use that one, so I'd maybe use this one from the event. Kind of really cute. Okay, honestly, I'm gonna put it. I think it's really sweet, but if it does interrupt or mess up like the gameplay and whatnot, you can of course delete it. Okay, I just need some last minute clutter for up here. Do the Kleenexes. Maybe we can put some shirts like they're actively unpacking to like fill up the drawers here. Would it maybe make more sense if the shirts were on top of here then? Maybe I will put a fan up here in case they get hot. And I'll leave the tissues there, and then a plant can go on top of this here. Oh, you know what I'm feeling like we should add? I don't know if I'll be able to find anything like it, but I want some kind of like standing sort of, not like postcard, but itinerary sort of thing. Oh, we could do this book here. Maybe that's the guest book, and then like anyone who stays in this room signs it. That's gonna be good for this bedroom here. I think it came out so cozy and very, very fall. So now let's do the bathroom that attaches to it, and I will show you some of the new items. We got this new shower, which is so beautiful. There's so much detail to it, and I really like the exposed kind of plumbing here. I I think that's very cool. And I like the little built-in towel there. Oh, I'm gonna do it in this brown and it'll match perfectly. And then I'll also need a sink and a toilet. Can I squeeze the toilet in over here? I'm hoping yes, but I guess only gameplay will tell. I'm gonna do it with the wooden seat because that feels very accurate. And then we can put a sink. We got this new one here. Definitely very modern, but really gorgeous. It's like a freestanding sink, which is fun because I feel like you can make some nice like custom units with it if you put in like other shelves in between. I will use it in here, or should I use it in like one of the other ones? I don't know. I'll try it in here. Though I do think something older looking like this might fit a little better, but since I want to take a look at the items, we'll use that one. And then we just need our little bathroom clutter all around. There's already a stack of towels down there, so I don't think I need to add one. Okay, this is what I have for the bathroom in the end. It's very simple, but I think that makes sense just given the venue that we're working with. So now I want to move on to the next bedroom over here, which is going to be a lighter toned one than the one we just saw. Maybe I'll start by picking my curtains. Ooh, this one here fits really perfectly. I'll use that, and then I can use the more like green one in the other room. Oh, unless, wait, actually, I feel like the reverse is even better. Yeah, this one I'm gonna have be like a little bit more playful, so I think that'll work. For these little ones here, maybe I'll use these drapey ones instead, because I don't think the other ones are gonna fit this space nicely, because I want the windows to be exposed still. Like, I don't want to completely cover them. So I'm gonna use this green swatch, and then we'll find a bed. Maybe in this one we can use the more log bed. Was that the... oh, it's a slightly more muted version of this one. I like the colorful version there. I also need another rug in here. I don't know if they should have this one or if that one should be for in there. I genuinely can't get over these rugs. Like, so much of this pack just reminds me of my cottage. Ooh, I like this more brown swatch for in here. Maybe we go for like a more muted brown and green. Then we can have a little bit of variety. In which case, I think this rug will work quite perfectly. I won't size it up just so you can get the full effect of it. Also, is this the best place for the bed? I'm not entirely sure. But I think a dresser over here or a chair would be cute. Could I use the yellow one in here? I don't think so. But I could maybe use it in there. With these ones. I mean, that swatch matches pretty well. I think we would probably need to fit a dresser in here though. I think that would make more sense. There's this one. It's kind of big. I could use the same one I used in the other room. Ooh, or I can use this one here. Oh, which is very expensive. I actually need to give myself more money. I think this standing one can work over here. I also think the doors I've selected for the bathrooms are maybe too big because they're 2 tiles, but I'm gonna roll with it. I think I'd prefer this as a brown instead. And then we could put a mirror. If I scooch this over, we could put a mirror on this side, or I can scooch it this way and put it on that side. I guess I'll try and put it here. Oh, maybe I'll use one that actually sits on the wall. All right. And then we can put an end table. So I showed you that one already. Maybe in here we'll use this one. Again, the texturing is just scrumptious. I think I'm going to be using this table a lot. I really like how kind of scuffed it is and how old it looks. I'm not sure this green swatch matches the best in here, so I'm going to stick with the brown. Also wondering if we have that bedding just... ooh, it does come in a more green color, but I don't really like the blue. Like, I was liking this one, I just didn't really want the gray wood, though I guess it matches from up there. So I guess we'll roll with it. And then again, they can have a freestanding clock as well. Maybe I'll give them this one and a little plant. I'll use the new one. I don't know if I can fit any sconces here. I think it'd be a little bit tight, so I'm gonna go with a lamp instead. I'll try this one. That's lovely. And now for this side, I guess I'll use the same lamp because that's kind of common. And then a picture, or perhaps instead a stack of books, or Kleenex. Well, why not Kleenex and picture? and books? We'll just do the books and the Kleenex. And switch up the colors. Okay. And then I think I need to put in the mini fridge again. Because I feel like you can't only have it in one room. You need to have it in all the rooms. It's just a matter of where I put it. Because I do in fact feel we are a little limited on the space now. Maybe I can rest it there and then put a chair. Wait, the default swatch for this chair fits this room really perfectly. Okay, we're gonna use that. I'm worried though, if I put a chair on either side that you won't be able to access the mini fridge. But honestly, I don't really mind that because I more want the mini fridge for the aesthetic, if you will, rather than the function. So we'll just keep it like that. I'm gonna put it in a wood tone though, this darker one. And then for up here, maybe I'll take that same bassinet and stuff. Well, it's not a bassinet by any means. That does not hold a baby. The basket is what I meant to say. I'm gonna kind of bring in the same clutter items because again, I feel like it makes sense since it's a bed and breakfast, so they probably repeat a little bit of the styles. But maybe I'll just mix up the swatches. And I also think it makes sense for everyone to have a fan in case, you know, they get hot or anything. This room can have the purple flowers and a gray-green basket. And for their bathroom, I think we'll do the same thing for each of them, but again, just kind of switch up the swatches. That I want much lighter wood tones in here. Oh, I love that orange wood. But I'm gonna pick the one that looks like it's kind of built into the wall. Oh, and this one we can actually fit a mirror in the bathroom. I couldn't for the other one because I put the sink under a window. We can do it for this one. I don't think I've used the new mirror yet, so we can try that. In the green. And some picture behind the toilet, perhaps. I don't know if the spacing on that is a little bit odd or not. Toilet paper. Hand soap, toothbrushes. Maybe I'll put this little basket of toiletries. Either the Sims who are staying here brought it, or these are like the little freebies that you can get when you go to hotels and stuff. So you can use that. Oh, I should put robes on the back of the door, or just in the corner or something. I'm going to give them colored robes that match the room they're staying in. So this one will have red robes, this one will have green robes, and this one will probably be yellow, I think. Lastly, let's give them a little bath mat. I was using this one sides down as the bath mat for the other room, but for in here, ooh, I really like this half circle one. The coloring is so perfect. Okay, I pushed some of the stuff that I want to use off to the side for the time being so that we can kind of see things a bit clearer. Again, we have these two bed options. I mean, of course I could use something else, but I'm really liking the new beds, so I want to try them out. Ooh, I think this swatch is perfect. Or this one. Well, shoot. Oh, I think this one matches the curtains, but I might like the mixture of the two, though I suppose that this one probably feels a bit cozier, just in terms of like bed frame for this. But I don't know. I really like this one, so I'm gonna go with that. But essentially in this room, I wanted there to be 2 single beds just to give options for people staying here. And then that way, maybe if it's like a family staying here, like the parents can rent a room and then the kids can have a separate room. Or if you just have like 2 friends or something traveling together, you can do it that way. I'm gonna line the walls like that with the curtains. I could put the bed there, but I mean, I guess it's okay. And then I was thinking for rugs, I could try this Target one, but now that I look at it, the colors don't quite match. I'm wondering if maybe I should give this room the bear, because I do kind of have like purple going on with the flowers already. Could switch up the color schemes a little bit. Okay, yeah, that I think that will work. And then in here, this can have the tree and like water landscape, lake view. Such good descriptors. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna put this little chair here, and we need a dresser and a mirror and a mini fridge. Okay, why don't I pull everything out that I'm gonna need, and then we'll find a home for it. I think we'll have to use this super small dresser, and the mirror will probably go here. I did want to put in this clock. I think that could be nice wall decor on this side. Perhaps in a different color though. That one matches. This needs to switch colors as well. I'll do like the dark brown. And then we can put the mini fridge on this side with the little chair. I'm going for like a yellow and green color scheme in here. Maybe the rug could go here instead. Then we can put the dresser there and the mirror there. I think I'm gonna use a different mirror actually, because I have space for a standing mirror, which I think would be a little cuter. Okay, love. And then we just need some side tables. I've used the two new ones, so maybe in this one I could do a mixture maybe in this room. I can have yellow and they will have green. Yeah, I'm definitely making this a lot more youthful in this room, which I think is good because you need a mix. Oh, should I put fairy lights in all the rooms? I feel like I should definitely put them in this room, but we'll see if I use them in the other rooms. Just don't know where. Like, where on the wall do I place them? Maybe up there is okay. I was, however, going to put a standing lamp, which now I'm not so sure we need. Oh, but I could fit the canoe lamp in here. Okay, well, I'm definitely going to use that. Do it like that. And that way you can see the canoes a little bit better. I won't put the twinkly lights. Okay, lastly, we just need to decorate the side tables. So, standard drill. We'll need a plant. I don't know if we need a clock because I have a clock elsewhere, but we can have the tissues. Maybe I'll do the tissues on each side for this one. And there's no space for the fan up there, so I'll put it on this side. And the guest book can go on this table. Switch out the colors. Thinking this yellow is a little bit too vibrant. All right. And honestly, maybe same with the green. I'm gonna switch it to that. Should this one have a plant too? Maybe. I feel like I'm neglecting them if I don't give them a plant. They can have this one, but I am going to size it down so it's a little bit smaller, and I'll bring the clock down a little bit. All right, I'm going to finish up the communal areas and then we will do the tour. All right, so this is the outside. It's in about 8 a.m. lighting right now. I think it came out so cute. I love how whimsical and cozy it is and how many little details I could add with just this pack and base game. I'm really in love with all of the exterior items for this pack. I think they're so chef's kiss, top notch. And I like how fall we were able to make it, even without seasons. But I am so excited to put this world into action with seasons, if that makes sense. Like, I just want to see all of this world in fall foliage. And then this is the little outside area, a couple of different activities for your Sims. I did switch out the couch and I added a chess table instead on that little front porch area. But we have those side picnic tables there. We've got the campfire. We've got the diving board. You would have seen the chessboard quickly out there. And now we come into the entranceway here. Again, super cute and cozy. It's exactly what I had envisioned. I think I could have leveled up some of the clutter areas with the other packs, but granted that I only had the new pack and base game, I made do. I still think it's super cute and cozy. And I also like that I added these wooden planks onto the roof as like roof paint and whatnot, but it makes this place feel even more like log cabin-y, if you will, and just cozy. And then we have the beloved dining room. I really like how this came out. I think the light in here is so gorgeous, and it seems like a really fun place to have your morning coffee or have some dinner. And then we come into the kitchen. The kitchen's pretty cute. Nothing too crazy going on in here because we don't have a lot of kitchen focused items in this pack, though I am excited about the blender. I don't know what recipes you can make with it just yet. I think there's some like protein shakes or something. So I'm excited to check those out. But then we have this super cute library. This is adorable to me. I love all the books in here, all the little lightings, all like the colors and textures and patterns as well. I feel like it's over the top, but in a good way, in like a cohesive way. And then I also added in this toy box in like the back mudroom so that your kid Sims or toddler Sims will have activities, so it's not just for older Sims. Then making our way upstairs, we have this little hallway area, and I love what I did with the doors because I found these little metal objects from base game wall decor, and I thought that's how they would name their rooms. So this room would be like the bird room or something like that, instead of having it be like room 1, 2, 3. I feel like this is the type of bed and breakfast to have whimsical names for their rooms. So I thought that was a fun little touch. And then this is the bathroom in here. I also like that each room has a variety in its color scheme, or like that each room is a different color is basically what I'm trying to say. I also like the addition of the base game lamps. I think that really makes it. And then we have this room here. This room feels a bit more like moody to me, I guess. It's a lot like cooler and like brown and green, whereas the other one was very like warm fall. So I like the variety there. I also really like the bathrooms. I think they're kind of reminding me of like a sauna almost. So I'm liking that. And I really like the shower that we got with this pack. It's definitely unique looking compared to like other showers, and I like to see a little bit of variety, so that's nice. And then we're moving on to the last room, which is a bit more almost like kid focused, or just meant for people who are like friends or something, or whatever the circumstances and you need 2 beds. This room has it. I'm glad I thought to add that because I was very well going to make this all double bedrooms, and then I realized that's probably not very realistic. All right, everyone, that is going to be it for today's long play. I really hope you enjoyed watching me explore the pack in real time. Thank you again to EA for including me in this. This was such a fun experience. And also stay tuned for my next Adventure Awaits video because it will be a campsite and I think it's going to be a little bit culty. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see some future content, and hopefully I will see you all in my next video.